episode is brought to you by GameFound. Create a free pledge manager for your project.
Howdy, everybody. I'm Tom Vassell.
Zeke Garcia, what's happening?
And I'm Mike Delisio.
We often blame Comcast for a lot of our troubles here.
But not today.
No, we still are.
Yes. Yeah, because it's tied into that.
The AC's having problems. And somehow, in this future world we live in, it's Comcast's fault for backhanding the thermostat.
Correct.
If you see Z melt, or if I'm feeling warm, you got to be warm.
Oh, you know it. I like it cool. So
if we get just outraged,
it gets a little
blame the
testy
heat.
here.
Yeah,
That's
right.
what it is. Okay,
Well, look,
if you see me tackle Mike, bite off an ear, perhaps. That's what's happening.
Come at me,
and everything is fine.
bro.
Catch me outside. How about, that?
that?
Because it's cooler than in here.
That's right. It's hot, but at least there's zero air circulation, so we've got that going for us.
It's not that bad yet, but we're thinking it might get there.
That's correct.
Well, the air's back on. We'll see.
Kinda. We'll see.
Folks, welcome to Crowdsurfing. This is a show where we talk about Kickstarter and GameFound projects and that are ending in the next week or so, 8, 9 days, whatever, you know. If it's not on today's show, it was on last week's show, or it's on next week's show, or it's not worth looking at. Did I get
For
everything?
us, by
Yes.
us.
By
We
us.
just- by Tom, technically.
You feel free to look at every project out
I don't think you have ever come to me and said you missed a project here.
Maybe once. I think that happened once.
Maybe one time.
I forgot what it was, but it wasn't that long ago, a couple months ago.
Well, anyhow, we might miss some
And
projects,
it
but
was amazing.
it was our own project.
Yes.
Anyhow, we're going to take...
Open for late pre-orders now, by the way. Sorry. Good.
Alrighty. So let's take a look. Here we go.
Here we go.
First, we got Thunder Rolls. That's what they call my arms. No? My thighs.
Thunder rolls. It's like on my arm.
Now I'm thinking of like thunder makes it seem like wow,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
rolls
Rolls.
makes it seem doughy.
Yeah, that's
right.
That's incongruous there, I think.
Ah! All right.
Thunder
rolls.
because they're chubby
Right.
and covered with lightning-like patterns of stretch marks.
Oh, I see.
That's what it. That's
It's
what's
the
called
lightning bolt
thunder rolls.
stretch marks.
All
Got
right.
it. Okay.
We may be getting off topic here. It's a race game.
It's a Richard Lanius game.
It is.
Yeah.
So this is from Zeroic Games. Odd name, actually.
Yeah.
What other games have they done? Did you guys look?
I didn't look, although I am
Thunder
now
Splat.
curious.
Oh, Helionox.
Oh, okay.
I think you played that one, Z, right?
Yeah, Helionox used to be a Mr. B project.
Right.
Well, he's involved with this. I
Yeah,
know
he
that.
is.
because there's
So-
sponsorship on these cars, and one of them is a Mr.
Right
Beast.
there.
Right there. Yeah.
Mr. B. Yeah, this seems, I mean, I know Richard Lanius has been sort of messing around with NASCAR-style racing
Yeah.
games for a while. He seems to love them.
Right.
And I guess this is maybe not the culmination, but a step along that track. This seems cool, seems
Yeah.
fast-paced. I don't love the graphic design. It's that sort of Kickstarter-y looking kind of graphic design, but this looks like a fun game.
What I'm intrigued about is
There's
that
Dice Tower and the logo.
I know, right?
See your name and logo there. Oh, we didn't put it on.
We didn't pay for it. But I think that if it at least looks like it's going to be a race game that feels like a race. That's
Yeah.
usually my biggest beef is when a race game is slow and plodding. This does not look like that. It looks like roll dice, match them to cards that let you move, have some ability. It looks pretty simple, but if it plays quickly, I'd be interested in trying this one.
I am too.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
trying
kind
to
of-
figure out. This picture shows these cars colored,
Yes.
but they look like they're gray in these other pictures.
Yeah, it
They
comes
are, I
unpainted,
think, yeah.
but with stickers, and they say you can paint them, use the stickers, not paint
The
them,
stickers
use
are
the
fine, but I
stickers.
would rather them just be different colors, like a red, blue, green. If you don't want to do any of
Spray
that.
paint them, I guess, or
Yeah.
just miniature paint them, you know.
Right.
You know, the system, the dice system, at a glance, seems to be similar to Las Vegas,
Right, where
in
you
which
kind
you
of
roll
allocate.
and kind of add dice, and then at the end you see like which one's winning.
has
They
the
sort of
most.
get a bonus there or
Right,
something.
right.
It does seem quick paced, and I agree with you there that that's something I like. So
50
yeah.
bucks. 50
Yeah.
bucks seems reasonable.
It does seem reasonable, yeah.
All right. Granada, the last stand of the Moors, 1482 to 1492 when they kicked Columbus. I don't know, that's all right.
Out, and he came over here.
This one is just a few backers, actually, 62 backers.
Right.
A block war game by Compass Games, which they're known for this. I'm surprised there's not more backers for this.
Well, the thing is, we've covered already maybe 3 or 4 Compass games within the last year or so.
Well, look, they've done 30.
Yeah, they put them out very
this
regularly.
Is their new delivery system for sure.
For sure. And every one of their videos, their Kickstarter videos, is basically an unboxing of the what it looks like either a pre-production or a production copy. It was interesting. Z and I both noticed with that video, context is everything, right? They said it's a relatively short game, 3 to 4 hours, and I'm thinking there's no way I classify that as a short game, but in the wargamer sphere, that probably is a relatively short game, right?
Right.
Well, wait.
It's a game for only 2 players, and I like the look, actually, especially of the cards.
Yeah.
The artwork on the cards have that wood block kind of look.
I agree.
And wood carving, rather. And I think that's a good look. So this isn't my speed, but I think this looks like a good game.
You're basically pre-ordering the game.
Right.
Since it's being delivered in October here, October 2021, and it's $80. So
I do love the live chat call out to the Moops. Nice job there.
Moops.
Oh, I'm sorry. The car says the Moops.
The brothers Murph, season 5.
Never
More
heard
Murphs.
of them. Never heard of them.
Look at these 2 bing bongs.
Bing bong.
So I was trying to think of their word.
Bing bongs, yeah.
I know.
Yeah. Mike and Nick are lovely, lovely people. They do fun stuff. They are personal friends, so I almost feel like I have to recuse myself, but I'm not. You should back them. They're great.
I also consider them friends. Don't back this. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Stop. No, this is their first time doing this, right?
No, season 5. I don't know.
No. It's their first Kickstarter.
Yeah, because I think they're building a set in their garage.
Yeah.
So they got
to be honest, folks, I think this is a great way to do this. Look, you build yourself a format, a style, a following. And then you've done this 4 years, seasons, whatever, and then you go to Kickstarter, right?
Yeah.
That's great, because at that point, then you know what they offer. You can go back and look at hundreds of videos they've done and sort of understand if you like them and if you want to support them. I just like that form of doing it as opposed to like, I have an idea. I want to start a podcast.
Right.
Kickstarter. It's like, go make some first,
Give us a proof of concept, right?
Yeah.
They've got many, many years of videos out there, like you said. Many of them on this channel.
Anyway, they also have an unmatched set here, which is, so it's kind of a weird thing. It's an expansion, but it's kind of a print and play expansion that's blessed by Restoration Games.
Right.
So they've designed it and did the art. If you don't know,
Nick
does really good art. In fact, we have a piece of his art up here in the Dice Tower.
Yep.
Because I like it a lot. So he's doing the art, and so this is it's compatible, but you have to either make your own minis. You can 3D print them. They make the STL files for them, or just use tokens.
Sure.
That's kind of a cool thing, though. I mean, that's neat to have something go up against all the other stuff.
Yeah,
it's the Murph Brothers versus Medusa.
That's neat. That's really cool.
Now they're called the Stone Brothers. Woo! Moving on.
Yeah.
Dragon Polyhedral sets. This is the only dice thing, and you know what? There's no cards this week.
No cards
there's
this
always
week. I
cards,
noticed
but-
that. Yeah.
There's none that I picked.
That's
All
correct.
I don't. So this picture here, where it shows all these translucent dice,
Right.
meh. But the actual dice themselves, I like that color a lot.
This is one of my favorite dice projects we've seen. I like numbers on dice
Right.
as opposed
Rather
to
than
pips.
pips, sure.
I mean, pips are fine, don't get me wrong, but like if you have a set of dice, I don't want some with pips, some with numbers. And anything above 8, you have numbers on.
Right.
Right, above 6, technically. But so if you drop down to then a 6-sided die or a 4-sided die, I want numbers on all of it.
Right.
I like the font usage. I like the way that the placement of the faces has been done on these, with the 2 kind of kitty corner. I like the way they are identifying between a 6 and a 9, with a simple little triangle in the bottom right-hand corner of the number, as opposed to that really striking line underneath, which is a little too heavy-handed, usually. I like a few of the colors. I agree, like 4 of those I'd throw away right out,
Yeah.
But I like the bone deal.
I like the bone the best by a mile.
There's a purpley bluish number a little further down that I really liked.
This one?
I don't know. Keep going. There's a better picture.
Keep making that noise.
That one's
Please.
great.
Keep making that noise.
The bone one's great, and then no.
Not amethyst?
No.
Nah.
No.
Nah.
Definitely no.
Oof.
Maybe that one above.
The one you just scrolled real
it.
past.
All right,
Dragon.
Dread Worm.
I like that purple
that
with
is
like
good, too.
teal on it. That's a good look. And on top of all that, these are $15.
Okay, well, that makes sense. I mean,
You got a set of dice, a whole, role-playing set. $15. They look cool. I like the logo. Yeah, I like these.
these don't excite me very much, but the price is right. Then again, I'm not a huge dice fan. I mean, they don't excite me the way they do you. But these, I do agree. I like the numbers are very clear on them. That dragon logo is maybe a little prominent for my taste, but otherwise it's fine. It's fine.
You don't like these, Tom.
No, I like him. I don't know if he doesn't like dice.
They're okay.
This show is called the Dice Tower, not the Tower.
Well, make them interesting dice. Don't make them these generic.
All right. Well, speaking of
Dice,
generic,
come on.
this game's called Pirtes.
Yeah, good luck finding this on BGG, right? There's
What
like
on earth?
8,000.
Well, I mean, I guess technically it's Stefan Dora's Pirtes, but still. And then they have this big picture in the middle called, what is it? Introducing
Bonnie Lass.
Bonnie Lass. And I thought, oh, who's that? Have fun.
Right.
It's not a thing. It's like artwork that they got, which really looks like Phil Foglio's artwork, by the way. I mean,
Is it
really...
an artist that goes by Bonnie Lass? Is it
No.
a comic called Bonnie Lass?
She's the artist, which I think is a
friend?
female, I think.
I'm not
So
sure.
I'm saying she.
Yeah.
I might be wrong. She made this universe about Bonnie Lass, I guess.
Okay,
That's
so,
what I'm reading into.
So our universe.
I got the impression from reading something. I don't remember it exactly. So correct. I apologize if I'm a little bit off. But I thought that someone that worked with Queen met this artist at a convention. I think they talk about that on the page.
Okay,
and they liked this artist's work, and so they decided to. Apparently, not just this game, but future games will be kind of in
More
this universe.
Bonnie Lass.
More Bonnie Lass.
Well, I've played
Okay,
the original edition
like
of
the art.
this.
Okay.
This is a reprint of a game called Buccaneer.
Buccaneer.
I think singular. Buccaneer. Which is was a Queen game. Is a Queen game. Came out many years ago, like early 2000s, 03, something like that. Mm-hmm. And I had that game. I owned it. I bought it. I played it, and I disliked it strongly.
Well, this is not doing really well. There's 150 backers.
Right.
And if you go down here, you'll see 46 of them are backing Pirates. 11 are backing a different game, Lupus.
Right.
76 want both. Then down here, then people are buying Merlin Big Box and Fresco Big Box.
Yeah, so many of these Queen projects
right. They're for
are
everything.
ways
There's
to buy
one,
everything.
There's one thing that looks cool down the page. One game I haven't seen in person anyway. Keep going
Is that
down.
a Chris joke there? Bonnie's brother is named Cut?
No, that's pretty bad.
Definitely that one, Coco Pelli.
Coco Pelli.
I remember that was part of another like series of games I think that they released.
Something. Yeah, it looks
Is that
neat.
a Stefan Feld?
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, it is, right? Yeah.
That looks cool. I like the look of that.
That looks very abstract, but okay.
Sure, yeah.
Well, it's not like Stefan Feld games are necessarily known for their heavy theme, but sure.
I like that look. I don't know.
Does it look like a $60 game to you?
Man, I don't know.
Do
Right.
any of these look like $60
Right. Well, that's
games?
a $35 game, but yeah, that would be my concern. Is that didn't look like a $60 game to me.
All right. How to build tabletop terrain gaming boards. This is a book on how to make tabletop terrain, and the person who makes this tabletop terrain knows what they're talking about. Because when I look at these pictures and you said, what is that? I'd be like, that's some nice, it's terrain.
Right.
It looks really good.
Yeah.
The video was really cool, kind of seeing the different examples of this. And I guess that this, the author and the person putting this book together is working with multiple people in this space that kind of have their own specialties that they're going to be contributing to the book. And I look at this stuff and all I do is have appreciation for the skill and talent of a lot of people out there. I guess the idea behind this is that they're at least trying to present it as such that even somebody like myself who maybe doesn't have, what I consider to be natural abilities in this, you could at least learn some things.
Yeah,
in anything, sure.
Just generally
I've half a mind to get this.
Yeah.
Because I just like looking at the stuff, one.
Yeah.
And also, in that nebulous retirement future, which is never going to happen, I told you I'm going to do model trains, and this is like the connection. You're like, oh, there's my model trains. I made this terrain, and Warhammer comes from behind, takes the train over. It's a combo.
Right.
I like that.
I wonder,
Space Marines in the caboose.
is there anybody out there
Love it.
who has a railroad set with terrain and stuff, and they double it as a wargaming area? Has anyone even heard of that? That seems cool.
You should write a book about that.
Can you play an 18XX game on your model train set?
Now, see, you ruined it. I was happy with where it was at.
You ruined it.
I ruined
This high
it.
art
This
that
is
he
why we can't have
discovered.
nice things, Z.
Wow. I'll tell you this about that one project. It looks unique. I haven't seen this before.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
But it also,
Someone who
200
wrote
pages.
a book, a how-to, like, do-it-yourself section kind of book.
Right.
About how to build, terrain for miniatures games. Awesome. I don't want this. I got zero interest. But this I don't see basically ever on Kickstarter. This is awesome.
It is. And don't you always stop at a convention at these booths that have them set up?
And
You
look
always
at 'em.
stop and look at them,
I always
right?
look and I always think, 18XX.
Thanks, Mike.
This is really
All
gonna
right.
bump up my 18XX.
Exo Worlds, Explore the Stars. This is a fairly small project. It's the first
Very
one
small, yeah.
from a 16-year-old here
Right.
who designed the game themselves. But I have to say, the graphic layout here, that looks nice. Again, this is kind of what Kickstarter's for.
Right. That's the thing, is that I feel like this is probably a game that I'm going to want to necessarily come back and play over and over again? Probably not, but who knows? But it's a great idea. It's a young man who is spending his time well to try to put his passion into play, and it seems like it's a realistic goal, which he's already met, so congratulations on that.
I can't imagine. Can you imagine as a kid, a 16-year-old, you did something like this, like $4,200? I'd be
Right.
like, oh my word.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And it
Amazing,
doesn't
man. Go out there and get some business experience.
Right.
That's great.
And at least on first blush, I didn't, read the rules or anything, but it doesn't look like it's incredibly derivative. It doesn't look, he took Uno and put a little twist on it to make his own game.
He tried
quote
to make
unquote.
his own thing.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I agree.
All right, Lots filled in. This is actually, it's a roll and write based on Lots competitive tower building game, which I played on our channel, which was essentially
With blocks,
a
right?
Jenga-ish game with rules, some more rules. I found it to be okay. I didn't think it was bad, but it wasn't great.
Right.
Yeah, I thought something about this seemed familiar. I was like,
Yes.
okay, wait, there's a game called
Yeah,
this
there was a
already,
square
right?
box. It was like a
Right.
cube box.
Small cube box. This looks a little bit to me like, did you ever play that roll and write called Roll to the Top?
Tom had.
Yes, I like roll to the top.
Doesn't this look like that to you from looking at the sheets?
It's roll to top, but instead of with numbers, it's with shapes.
With shapes, right, exactly.
It's like literal Tetris.
Right. I don't know. This
It's not
space is full
catching
right
me.
now,
I just reviewed a roll and write actually, which just went up live an hour ago. Mm-hmm. That I really liked, by the way. And there's a lot of roll and writes out there.
Yeah.
This one, I don't know. It's just not really singing to me. I'm not feeling it.
Yeah.
I also I'm not a big fan of this artwork either. That's a personal thing, but
Sure.
I'm not.
This
loving
is like
it.
a sideways step from Mr. Cuddlesworth artwork, isn't it? Cuddleton?
No, yeah, I know who you mean, Mr. Cuddle. Yeah.
Oh, you mean like
Mr. Cuddle,
the one?
did
Santorini.
Santorini
Yeah,
and did Charterstone.
This is nothing like
No,
that.
it's not. I mean, I think I see what you're saying, Tom, but it's not. Yeah.
This looks like that app artwork that you get in ads or whatever.
Yeah,
a little bit,
maybe
you know.
so. Yeah.
Big
I mean, it
headed
looks
people.
very simple, right? You're picking a color and a shape, and you're trying to fill in your building and get bonus points for numbers of colors, and I don't know. It just.
It's inexpensive. It's $18.
Right.
It might be a great roll and write. I'm just saying, the Tetris roll and write thing.
It's a pretty crowded genre.
It is.
Right
It is
now.
kind of crowded.
Yeah.
Our next game is mentioned in every funeral movie scene. Dust to dust. Don't they always say that? I don't think I've ever heard that in real
Outside
life.
of that, that's true.
But in a movie, the guy was like, ashes, ashes, dust to dust.
This is the project of the week that I'm very surprised about.
That it's not doing
that
better?
it's not doing better and it's not funding. I mean, I think this, again, talk about a crowded genre, deck
It's
builders,
going
right?
to fund. It only needs 1,000 more bucks.
I know, but this is a nice looking project to me. I really like the art. I like the graphic design. I like the theme. I'm very, very surprised when so many generic looking deck builders
I think it's
come
the
out.
Kickstarter page itself, because you have to go all the
Really?
way down here to see anything.
Maybe.
Up here, it shows you the video, right? And
It's a
then there's
good video, too.
But there's all these pictures, and they're like far away shots. And you're like,
Yeah.
well, what do the cards look like? You got to go down here. Now
if that's the case,
that's cool. I like that Rhino.
keep going. I mean, there's some really cool looking artwork here. If that's the case, then yeah, maybe invest on someone to, give you some tips on.
I'm just guessing. I don't
because
know.
I think this looks really good.
I'm assuming you're not as excited.
Nah,
Well, but you're not into deck building games very much.
not that much.
And
Again, it feels to me I'm just kind of over. Deck building seems like low-hanging fruit at this point.
Ooh, I do like
I'm not
this,
saying they're
though.
easy to design. Don't get
Yeah.
me wrong. I've never made one.
right.
I'm just saying it seems like anytime you have a cool idea for a world and you don't know what to do with it mechanically,
Right.
it's a deck builder.
Right. Yeah, no, I get it. I mean, I'm not saying that this looks the most innovative or anything along those lines. I just think it looks nice, and I'm usually a good-looking project is going to get you,
I thought you were going to say I'm usually a good-looking man.
well.
No.
No, I guess I'm just saying, I'm not even saying I'm backing this because I'm not, but I'm just surprised it's not doing better.
Okay.
All right. That's hypocritical, though.
No, it's not.
This should be doing better. Will you back it? No.
I would consider it over a lot of other games this week.
But you still won't.
No.
But
I'll
what
do
about-
it with your money.
What about this one, which looks like a Japanese greeting card shop here? Crossing Fates.
This looks cool.
Now, the card system looks cool, but I don't love the look of it. I don't
really?
love this
I
art.
like this.
I
I
like
think
the
that's
box.
a great cover.
The box is
The
fine. I
box
don't
is
like
all
the
I like
art.
the idea
I
of
don't
putting
like the
cards
cards.
together
That,
to kind
I
of
think
form.
is a neat idea, right?
Yeah, like form
Take
abilities
this
or something.
Yeah. It's like you have powers and like items, and you can kind of mix and match so that you're, taking one thing or adding another thing.
Yeah, I like this, guys. I like this quite a bit
Yeah,
more
so you
than
can see if
most
you go
everything
down a little
else.
bit, just down a little bit there, you've got an action and a target. So based on which combinations, you can do certain
No, I
things.
love that.
That's a
I
great
don't know that I
idea.
love this artwork. It's
I don't
really,
either.
really generic anime to
Yes,
me.
I agree. That's the part that throws me, is that I don't think that the art is one that I'm
That's
terribly
actually my
compelled
only
with.
dislike. I think everything
Yeah.
else looks cool.
It does.
I don't think I currently own a game that looks like this. It's not something I gravitate towards either. I also appreciate it that while it has the trappings of that art style, it doesn't go for the cheap,
Overly
overly
titulating,
sexualized sort of
right.
vibe. I didn't see
No,
that anyway.
that's true.
Yeah,
so
which is
I can appreciate that.
there's a bit of it, but it's
kind
not
of-
over.
it kind
It's
of
like,
leans
no,
into it
I mean,
a
like
little.
there's some
Yeah.
of the sort of, again, trappings of the style, but it
Yeah.
didn't seem like they were going for it.
It didn't. You're right.
And I appreciate that. This looks really good to me.
I do agree with Z, though, about that box. That is a really good-looking box.
It looks like a JRPG. I mean, which is kind of what they're going for.
Right.
Sure.
And the little bit of gameplay they showed with sort of collecting tokens in
Right.
front of you, a special ability card, lining up your characters
Right.
to create that, those little combinations. Yeah, this looks like a fun card game.
Yeah, the game itself looks interesting. I'd definitely
Yeah.
be interested in playing it.
All right, so there's 2 Masters of the Universe games coming out. The other one's coming out from CMON, I believe, next week, because we're playing it on our channel next week. This one here, Masters of the Universe Fields of Eternia, is from Archon Studios. So there's 2 things. I mean, first of all, holy cow, this has made a lot of money. 600,000. I I knew Masters of the Universe
Pounds,
was
too.
popular.
I mean, euros.
Euros,
sorry.
yeah.
I knew Masters of the Universe was popular. I didn't know
Right.
it was that popular, and it's raised 600,000 pounds, despite the fact
Euros.
that
Euros.
That's me. That was my mistake.
Oh, sorry.
I put it
It's
in your
raised
head.
that much, despite the fact that it's only available in some countries in Europe.
Yeah.
All right, so Americans and other people can't get this, and which that's the way it is.
Right.
But B, it's from Archon Studios, who does not have like the greatest reputation in the Kickstarter community.
They don't. Yeah,
What
there
have
were
they made? Even
Load.
that load game that had some issues. Yeah, yeah.
However, I have mixed feelings about how this looks. I think the art and the miniatures are great.
Right. I agree.
I'm not as big of a fan of the graphic design.
no, I think it looks a little cheap to me. The
Also,
graphic
You
where,
don't like
why
the
was
graphic
Manny
design
Faces
of the
not in the
board? No.
cartoon?
I like the look of the board, actually. I like that it looks real cartoony.
Really?
No, not the board. I'm talking about the cards. The board, I
I'm
think the
saying I
board's
don't
fine.
like. I don't love the board.
I like the board.
This
the
is also
cards-
nonsensical, where they're like, we're going to reveal these people, but
Right.
we're going to show you their outline.
I will tell you, I'm strangely excited about that Castle Grayskull Dice Tower, though. That is something I would be like geeked out about.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I hope it's good.
Man at Arms, he's the best.
Evil Lynn.
No, I'm talking about these cards here, Z.
Yeah, okay. I
Yeah,
can
These
see that. They
equipment
look
cards
kind of,
look a little outdated.
the whole
do.
thing feels like a throwback.
But they can kind
maybe
of
it's
say that,
supposed
right?
to.
And I think it's supposed to.
We're trying to evoke the time period.
Board the cars look like a game from the 80s.
Right, it does.
Hopefully the game feels modern. And, you know, I don't know if it will or not. That combat system with that sort of secondary board where you line up cards.
Right.
I'm not sure I get it. I'm not sure it excites me.
I'm a little concerned about... Oh, you were going to keep going. I didn't want to cut you off there. Go ahead.
So anyway.
But I think the look is basically what I'm getting at is strong. I do like the look.
It is...
There's a guy named Buzz Off. I don't remember him.
Really?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah, of
You don't
course.
remember him?
Buzz Off. It
remember
can be
Manny
played.
Faces.
It can be played competitive. It can be played co-op. That's sometimes a bit of a red flag too.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. And Whiplash, who is an Iron Man nemesis.
That's true.
Buzz Off.
Well, this is obviously all very conveniently timed.
Yes,
With
of
the
course.
cartoon that just came out on Netflix.
There's a new cartoon?
You've already watched it.
Okay. Did I like it?
He said it was pretty good.
I did? Okay.
I don't remember.
Okay, great. Thanks for listening.
Does this shirt make me look fat? Come on, ask me that question next. All right. Road Trippin', the license plate game. Did you play the license plate game as a kid ever?
Absolutely.
Did you?
No.
You never went anywhere?
No.
This is one of those games where I was like,
You play it now?
No.
It's one of those games where I was like, how has someone not come up with this idea before? It seems so obvious.
What's the thing? I guess I don't get it again.
So it's novelty plates, right? And so
Yeah.
when you're a kid, well, not even just a kid, but a lot of times like on road trips, if you find a novelty plate, you're trying to be the first one to guess what it says. Because usually it's missing letters. Or,
Really? I never played that game.
Oh, yeah, that's what this game is.
Well, no, I get that, but I don't remember ever playing a game as a kid.
Sure, yeah, you'd be like, oh, it's a novelty plate. What does it say? You try to be the first one to guess it.
I didn't see that many novelty plates as a kid.
Well, you didn't grow up in California. Novelty plate, like
Capital
of the world. Yeah, there were novelty
that's
plates
reasonable, right?
everywhere in California. And so, yeah, at least I think this is a really cool idea. I honestly do. I know that there's probably, the game right now just by, it's like there's probably not a lot of hidden depth, right?
All right, so
Sure.
fine. What does that say there then?
Great game.
I would be really annoyed with you if that was your license plate. I'd be like, Mike, that's terrible.
No, don't get me wrong. I mean, I think a lot of times novelty plates are pretty stupid, but I think I think this is a neat idea for a game. I like the idea that you can it's not just about getting people to guess it. It's getting people to guess it by substituting numbers. You can get an extra point, or leaving letters out. You can get an extra point. I think this is
so they give you extra points for using
Sure,
numbers instead of letters? Come on, boo! I hate when people do that. I know it's a game.
I'm
being old
in
manish.
real life, yeah, but no, I think this seems like it would be fun for me. And would I want to play it all the time? No, but pull it out for a
All right,
group.
what is it?
Leadfoot.
Leadfoot, yes.
Z wins. Next.
Aye, Captain.
Next.
Baker's Dozen.
Oh, yeah.
Next.
Make it count. I lived in California. I got good at this.
That's not a good license plate. That's one. I would not put that on my car.
Let's just scroll.
Yeah, keep going, please.
going.
I keep thinking of things.
Let's not focus
Move
on. Right. But yeah, I don't know. I think this is a neat idea, and I think that the license plates you get are actually metal, which is cute, and you dry erase on the metal. I think it looks like a fun. I really do.
Like, this is such a game for you, Mike. That's funny. I thought it was neat. I kind of like the idea. This seems like a party game that's different. It is also very much one of the most one-trick pony games I've ever heard of.
Absolutely.
And that's fine. You can get away with a one-trick pony. A lot of party games are that.
I was going to say, yeah, I think a lot of party games are one-trick ponies.
But boy, this is a, no pun intended, narrow lane. You know what I mean? Because that's it. Like, you come up with jokey license plates, and the rule about if you can if you can put in numbers, you get extra points.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the numbers are always like, is it an I? It's a 1 instead.
Yeah, for sure.
Is it an A? Then it's a 4.
Right.
Is it an S? It's a 5.
Yeah, I get
Like,
that.
those are obvious substitutions.
I will actually be bringing with me a little helper card for that purpose.
You have a point there. I mean, you're going to always substitute your 4s for A's and 1s for I's and 3s for E's.
Dan tells us that's actually how Mike texts people.
Oof.
That is correct. You have you don't want to see the text I give Dan. There's a lot of numbers in there. But
unfortunately, Dan's usually have lots of bleeped out spots on them.
They're expletives.
Apple actually censors.
Roll the Waves, which has a nice funding project. 4447.
Yes, and they're only looking for $414. which is an odd.
Yeah, this is another one that's like, hey, this is like a game for Kickstarter.
This is very much a DIY.
I don't
right?
like. I really don't like the graphic design.
No, it does not look appealing to me at all.
I like the name actually. Rule
Is this
the Waves.
a war game?
Oh, it's a cooperative card
Yeah,
game.
it looks like a war game.
1 to 2 player cooperative game.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm getting that vibe of like, okay, the trappings make me think war game, but that's not it. I think it just looks that way because it's artwork. What's that called? License-free artwork.
Yeah. Public domain.
Public domain. Thank you.
Right.
So no, I'm not loving this look.
I'm not either. But it's not asking for much. It's a pretty,
You have answers the game. I have solutions the game. With a gigantic plane and car that are so big, or that's a tiny planet. Anyway, this is another first-time created one, which is doing decently well for a first-time thing.
Yeah.
It looks like it's definitely a game with a mission.
It absolutely is, and it also looks like it's a game that is spending at least some of its energies going towards the educational
No, that's what I
market.
meant. Yeah, it's,
like it's
I don't
going
know
to.
if it's there to be fun as much as it is to teach it.
Right. I mean, I think that they have a teacher on here, a science teacher, talking about how it worked in her classroom, and there's talking about having some educational resources afterwards. And sure, what it kind of looks like to me a little bit is I'm struggling to think of the game, but basically you're trying to put in order the effectiveness of these solutions to environmental problems.
Right.
In numerical order. So that reminds me mechanically of like something like maybe Illusion, right?
Timeline, you mean?
Or even Timeline. Yeah,
Timeline
that's a
or
better
Illusion.
Right.
Illusion is like, does this one go after or before
Right.
this one? Yeah. I'm a little nebulous in how they ranked this stuff.
They say it came from like NASA and some other scientific, but again, who knows? Who knows?
I feel like I feel like after I play this, I'd be like, I know nothing about the environment. Like,
Right.
like, is this better or this better? I'm like, clearly that one.
Right.
Oh, it's not?
No.
Oh.
Yes.
I think this is a noble
Yes.
pursuit. And that's great. And this is, again, I think there's no... we clearly know this is an educational game, and it isn't trying to hide that. That's
No.
fine. Is it going to feel fun to play? Is it going to come across preachy? Is it something relegated to the classroom?
Right.
I think all those questions are valid, and I want to say, at least to that last question, probably, this is the kind of game that would be in a classroom setting, and that's the main place it lives.
Yes.
I don't think I want to sit around discussing the merits of these things in a game necessarily.
Right.
And I get the pursuit here. It's like, all these ideas are out there, but they're stuck in these stuffy books no one reads. So let's bring them to the table. That's great. It just doesn't sound like a fun game, you know?
Yeah.
But that's cool. I'm glad it's doing well, and I'm glad that hopefully a lot of these people, these 385 people, are educators.
Right.
Who can take this, put it in our schools, and get the kids talking about it. That's fantastic. So just from that point of view alone, kudos to them.
All right. Yokai Quest Strikes Back.
Also educational.
Did we attack Yokai Quest? I'm missing the Strikes Back. This one's kind of weird because this reminds me of when you go to Walmart and you're in the video. Oh, this would be when they sell video cassettes.
They still have Walmart. Walmart's gone. It's been gone for years.
It's like when you go to Blockbuster.
No, but when you went to Walmart and you saw Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and you're like, oh, that's not Disney, right? So this looks like oh, wait, that's not Simon.
Yeah.
That's what this looks like.
Right. From what I understand, isn't this kind of like a reboot, like a 1.5? I think that's what the Strikes Back mean. Is I think that they already came out with this game, and that this is a slight reworking of it. Like they changed up the rule set a little bit. I believe that's what this is about. I was not really aware of the first game. I'm not particularly interested in this game.
I don't know. See, I never was interested in chibis, and then Simon got me interested in chibis with their great games.
Right.
I disagree, though, that this looks like, oh, wait, this isn't a Simon game. This looks like one of those Ninja Division games.
It does look more like a Ninja Division game to me. I agree.
Like, I mean, that's what this...
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. No. I'm not saying it looks like a Simon game. It looks like a ripoff of a Simon game.
Yeah. No, but I'm with you. I think it looks like a Ninja Division game.
You're right. Never mind. I I went all that work making that analogy, and you ruined it.
Fix it next time, okay? I have an educational game
You
for you.
ruined this, Tom. This is.
Yeah, I'm surprised this isn't doing better, but this is a very glutted market. This isn't something new where you're like, hey, we got chibi miniatures.
Right.
A bunch of other companies are like, we've been doing it for a decade.
Yeah.
They don't look
and the
as
minis
good. They don't
look
look as
okay, I think.
They don't look as good to me as even Arcadia Quest minis, and those are how many years old?
Sure, yeah. But I mean, the renderings are renderings. Who knows what these minis will look like? But the renderings, I think, look okay. The artwork, I'm not a big fan of.
No.
Don't really love the artwork. The art style looks amateur.
This looks very busy to me.
Yeah, that too.
Why are people are still on this license plate
They're
thing?
still into the license
Did you see that your
plate.
license plate is
I
bad
saw it.
roller?
That is ridiculous.
Which one?
You guys are distracting Mike with your license plate.
Yeah.
Okay,
this
so
is
what's
our-
mine there?
Yours
Brit?
is board gamer. Although I
That's
don't know why
super
there's
boring.
two D's.
Board gamer. Okay, Mike.
Bad roller.
All right, Earthborne Rangers. This is the biggest Kickstarter project of the week. No, I'm sorry. The biggest project was the Master
Masters
Universe.
Universe, yeah.
Earthborne Rangers, though, is doing really well for a first-time created project, but
It's not.
it's Andrew
really.
Navarro,
Right.
who. So I was asking Mike to explain this, and I don't know. I thought Andrew Navarro was with Chip Theory Games.
I believe he is still with Chip Theory Games, but I think that this is his own, kind of like his own thing, right? Like he's doing both. I think he fulfills a role, and I'm not positive about all this. I think he fulfills a role at Chip Theory, is an employee of Chip Theory, but I think this is his own kind of company.
This is a game. It
This looks incredible to me.
looks Studio Ghibli artwork
Yeah.
almost.
I am beyond excited about the look of this game. I think it looks great. Now,
There's a lot of text on those cards,
a lot of texts, and I think the do you know who actually is the designers? And it'll make sense for the cards once.
Well, since you said that, I'm going to go with designers of the Sadler Brothers.
That is correct. Yes.
Okay, but here's the thing. You know what this looks like to me? It looks like Fantasy Flight from 10 years ago.
Correct.
The way that the game,
And-
way it plays, it looks like.
And that's the team, right?
Right,
The
that's
Sadlers
who it
were-
is.
The Sadlers and no Andrew Navarro, I believe, through their time at Fantasy Flight.
Fantasy Fight is
That
dead. Long
cover-
live Fantasy Flight.
That cover is almost the spitting or splitting, depends which way you said it, image of the Fantasy Flight game in which it's like a little RPG in a box one.
You mean the Legacy of Dragonholt?
Yes.
It has the same color palette for sure.
I mean, that looks like to say you could get rid of the letters. I couldn't tell you which is which.
Yeah, I am.
You got a lot of cards in this game, by the way.
You do, and you could even get double that. You can double it up if you want.
Cards!
The one thing that I'm not, maybe ironically, the thing that I'm least excited about in this game is the actual deck building, like creating your deck before. I know some people that's gonna be their main draw to this. It's like, right, exactly. But I am still very, very intrigued by the look and the possibilities. I really feel like this could be one of those games that feels different, and I hope it does.
I don't think that someone on the line on the chat said this is ridiculously expensive. $80 for 500 cards nowadays is not as expensive considering you're paying for the artwork.
Right, and
That's
it's yeah. I
also,
believe
by the way, just get used to it. All prices are going up.
they are for sure. Yes. I think this looks good. I think this looks
I like
really
it.
good.
I like it. I hope it's not overly complex. It's hard to tell, but the artwork is good.
Incredible.
Very good. Mm-hmm. You can play it on Tabletop Simulator if you want to try it out.
Yep.
I like it too.
Yeah. You do like the look of it?
Yes.
There's,
I do. No, I'm just like you guys.
okay.
I'm just adding something so people don't think I'm being quiet.
Well, I thought you were being quiet. I was like,
No, you guys are just going at it. You got it. You covered it. I'm not being quiet because I'm being coy. I'm just letting you guys talk. Yeah, I like it too. It looks great.
Yeah, I do like someone in the comments said it's boring. Where's the minis? I'm happy when there's a game like this. You don't need minis for
Right.
every game. It's a bunch of
Absolutely.
cards
Stop
with
it.
artwork.
Stop it.
I think it
you
was a
have
joke.
18 games you have
Right.
yet to paint. And you said to yourself, you know you did, I'm only backing this because I really want to paint it. You are a liar. And the worst kind of liar. A liar to the self.
Oof. And someone in the chat really quickly also said that they're sustainably producing this, which may add to the cost. This is kind of like, I think, a hallmark of this company is they're going to try to do the production of these games slightly differently.
All right.
And thematically, that's sort of what it's about.
Sure, exactly
Yeah.
right.
Lumeria, War of the Gods. Wow, that name sounds super generic. I don't know. Is there other games called Lumeria or Luminaria?
Sure, why
it
not?
feels like...
Well, I think that follows right through because that's not the only thing that feels incredibly generic about this project.
Well,
to
the
me.
board, that's my favorite board ever. That's a pretty bad board.
This to me looks very much like Summoner Wars.
I like the movie tickets.
This
Since
game
when
is-
have you had a movie ticket that had a punch in it? Come on now.
That style, like not a ticket, like a fair ticket or
Yes,
something. That's
it
like
really-
that ticket
yep.
look.
I do like this one piece of artwork
Sure,
a lot.
that piece of
guy's
art
right.
is nice. I have no interest in this game at all.
What is that
whatsoever.
we just passed?
It's a...
Oh, it's an animation.
Yeah, it's a-
okay,
it's a-
got
They
it.
decided to
Inside a
show the
weird
box at a
mountain.
really weird angle.
Oh, I was like, it's a mountain? Got it.
Oh, it's on a conveyor belt.
I understand. The dice go in there, and then the tokens. Then the rulebook.
Yeah, this one's not doing it for me.
Yeah, this is weird. Like, you're picking everything that goes in your box. Just give me the box.
Yeah, it says customize your box. I guess
I don't want to
That's
customize
going to
my
be an
box.
absolute nightmare for them to deliver this.
Yeah, I'm not feeling this one.
Nah.
All right. Are we done? Nope, we got two more. Get to the checkpoint.
Got to the checkpoint.
A solo tabletop adventure. I thought this was a little odd because they're clearly doing Schwarzenegger.
Yes.
And then they picked a character that I thought didn't look like him that much.
No, there's
I think it's supposed to be just a play on like
generic
action movies.
Yeah, generic
like,
action movies, and
I don't hate this art, by the way. It's very...
that makes one of us.
This company's artwork I tend to like, actually, and they've done, if you click on the other stuff they've done, they have a very
They have a
unified
distinct
look.
Yes.
They could clearly use the same artist.
Right.
We talked about that Silverwood
That's
Grove in the
true.
past.
That looked really
I-
nice.
That wasn't that your pick of the week?
It may have been.
That was
I
his
like
pick
the
of the
look
month,
of that a
I
lot.
remember.
I like the look. I still like the look of that game. This game, nah, I don't.
Well, these I think
This
are
is
all
a
the same games. Lost in Jurassic,
Yeah.
Lost in Australia, Lost in Valhalla.
Right. This game that we're talking about today is actually a solo-only game.
So then you have to play it.
I mean, I would play it, but I don't. There's certain issues I have with the game. Just visually, I don't like certain aspects of it, but I would play it. I mean, the game itself might be good, but I find it visually unappealing.
Yeah, sometimes a game just strikes you a certain way.
Right.
Or there's something about it that rubs you the wrong way. I
Yeah.
get it. It just happens.
Yeah.
These things are not always tangible.
Right, exactly. And they can be personal, too. You know what I mean? It's just-
Absolutely, yeah.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Tom loves it, though.
No, I'm kind of mediocre. I'll play it. We'll see.
Yeah.
Mainline Magazine by Track. So a few days ago I was at Barnes & Noble's, and I was
Okay.
like, I wonder what magazines still exist
Right.
for anything.
Yes.
And I found a White Dwarf for Warhammer 40K.
Okay.
And I found a War Gamer miniature one, which I
Really?
couldn't really look at because it was in a
Wrapper.
wrapper.
You just
Rolling
opened it,
Stone,
right?
is that still
You just
there?
opened the wrapper.
No, I did not.
You know you did.
I almost bought it though because I was so curious, and I was
Really?
like, nah, because I was wondering.
They
Like,
normally leave out one open one.
They usually do, yeah.
You might have just not
no, it
seen
came with some sprues of stuff inside it.
Oh.
They normally do still open one.
Well, have you been to the Barnes & Noble's?
No, but I've been to Barnes & Noble.
You're such a jerk.
Whenever I'm at Barnes
Excuse
& Noble,
me.
I always think WWKD.
What
would-
would Kenny buy?
What would Kenny do? He'd open that magazine.
WWKB.
All right.
What would Kenny buy?
So anyway,
It's on sale?
I did not
Don't
see a train game magazine.
No, I don't think that this is.
They still have Rolling Stone, though. You haven't answered my question.
They should.
I didn't
still
look
have
in that section.
I bet they would have.
So this is interesting to me, though. This is
Better Homes and
a
Gardens.
magazine for 18XX fans, right?
Yeah.
And it's found its audience. 408 backers.
Absolutely.
That's
20
very
grand.
impressive.
Make 20 grand.
That's
great.
fantastic.
Did you know there was an organization called Tracks? I didn't know.
I didn't, but I'm telling you, I mean, the
It's easy to be like, I'm a member.
train gamers.
Founding member.
Come on.
Train gamers, I mean, I think it's fair to call them a niche within the hobby, but it's a sizable
Pronounced
one.
nerd, I think. I'm kidding.
It's a sizable
Keep
one.
the
I mean,
emails to yourself. I'm joking.
people that are into train games love train games, right? And they like to read
Absolutely.
about them, and they
Absolutely.
like to.
No.
You know.
Again, I'm not saying. I was
that's a
surprised
deep
there was
hobby,
that
man.
many.
It is. Yeah, yeah.
That's pretty cool. I mean,
This is. We talk about this all the time. Whenever something that is for sort of a hobby within the hobby, right?
Right.
But this magazine, I don't think there's a way it finds an audience like this any other way besides crowdfunding somewhere.
I agree.
Kickstarter or otherwise. But it's amazing that this many people have been excited by it and have found something like this and made it possible. Because this
cheap,
doesn't happen at a convention. I'm sorry, it doesn't.
No.
They just don't have the ability to make this happen just by sort of in-person networking.
It does come with.
That's cool.
It does come with games,
maps,
like
and stuff like that.
Yeah. So it's a really useful.
I'll tell you though, if you knew somebody, as odd as this sounds, who was a big Train Game fan or 18X fan, what a great gift, right?
Yeah.
Well, was it done? Let's see here.
October.
Oh, that's a digital version. Well, no, print it still October.
Yeah. I mean,
that's cool.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Well, we're going to come back with some non-board game projects in just a second. Before then, we'll jump to Mark. And while you're watching Mark get attacked by some woodland creature, why not give us a thumbs up? All right, let's keep going.
Hey, folks. Welcome back to our Dice Tower preview recap. Mark, and today we've only got one game to look at again. Due to some shifting schedules, August is going to be pretty full though, so keep an eye out. So let's take a look at Flamecraft. So many dragons. So your goal here is to be the ultimate Flamecrafter, utilizing dragons to help out the town, collect resources, perform enchantments, and have the highest reputation. So the first thing you're going to notice with this game is just simply the amazing artwork, incredibly beautiful, and amazingly adorable dragons. Gotta say, I'm definitely sucked in. The thing here though is that on your turn you're either kind of like gathering resources or you're going to be enchanting. Seems like just a couple little things, but really these can be explosive and big as you play cards to the different shops and they become basically combos and chain off of each other with explosive effects, allowing you to just get tons of resources and or reputation in the town. And it's really key how you use your dragons strategically. So it's one of those games, again, that is super simple to learn, yet there's lots of strategies. And there's so many different types of shops here for you to tap into. And in the beginning, the shops are going to be basically giving you resources. However, later in the game, these shops are going to have strategic abilities that you will want to tap into. And of course you have to be careful because as you show up at shops and other dragons are there, you're going to have to pay your way into the stores by giving up some resources. So there's this constant trade-off back and forth as you try to decide about gathering, paying folks to be in different shops, and then enchanting. And so that enchanting is a way you're going to be spending your resources in order to get more reputation in the town and ultimately win the game, because it really is about gathering the most reputation. So there's lots of neat aspects how you go about doing that and using your cards effectively to do so. And then there's some special dragons that are going to be basically hidden objectives for you in order to get points maybe at the end of the game. However, there are some shops that may allow you to activate them early. So overall, this game is definitely family friendly, lots of interesting choices to be made, and I'm, really sold on this game. I had the best time, and I know it's a Dice Tower preview, it's a paid preview, but man, this game is solid. All right, folks, if this game looks like it might be something of interest to you, please go check out my full preview. And if you want your game featured as a Dice Tower preview, please shoot me an email. All right, folks, until next time, we'll see you at the table.
Aww.
Looks like those dragons were making sure that he covered that game right.
It was an adorable dragon.
That's correct.
All cute and chubby faced.
Getting ready to blow fire on
I could definitely go for a pair of boots made out of that dragon.
Folks, check out the chat. I just put in our poll so you can vote on which Kickstarter game you like. While you're voting, let's take a look at some non-Kickstarter projects. Remember, you can send them to me at tom@dicetower.com if you find anything interesting or weird. I'm getting a good chunk of them, and I'm picking through them, and there may be some that have been moved to next week, but keep sending them to me because these are amazing. So first, we'll start with Flayvrs, the spelling of which really bothers me.
Well, it's one of them. They played that license plate.
They played the license plate game, yeah. Flayvrs.
So when I first came across, I was like, ooh, I want these because they sound amazing. Then I realized it was alcoholic.
Well, actually, Tom, you do still want these because it sure makes you think that it's going to be alcoholic, but when you buy these on this project, you're not getting alcoholic drinks. They can't sell you. If you go, all the way to the bottom. Now look, right there, an all-new line of ready-to-drink alcohol drinks, right? So I can understand why you think that. Scroll to the bottom.
Okay,
Go up a little bit there, where they say
they look so good.
where they say we can't do alcohol in a Kickstarter, so these don't actually come with alcohol. I guess maybe not that far down.
Maybe we already passed it. It's
We might
quite near
have.
the bottom.
I thought it was.
Go back down.
I don't know what's going on here.
There.
Yeah, right there.
Like literally the absolute
The last thing. Yeah, we're not able to offer alcohol as a reward. All you need to do is add the recommended choice and amount of alcohol. So how are they saying? How are they saying that this is a premium alcohol project? What if I put jank alcohol in mine? Now it's not premium anymore.
This guy is called Garrett Garcia.
Not to be trusted.
Right.
I'm very confused by this because
I'm
yes,
super
I went through the
confused.
whole thing. I'm like, okay, this is some spirits. I mean,
Yeah.
some
It says rum, tequila. It says on the bottle.
but there's no alcohol. You buy
Right.
these and it's basically, fruit mix. I mean, like,
It's a mixers, yeah.
yeah.
It does say no alcohol in
It does.
Wow, these are not cheap.
No.
45 for 4?
You're paying for the bottle. I mean, it seems to me that this
I gotta
is...
say though, I really love the sound of these flavors.
So buy it because there's no alcohol in it.
You can buy this and put it in anything.
Sure, you could.
For example, vodka.
Or if you like gin, just get your Christmas tree water and add a little bit of that to this, and you're good to go.
Yes. Thank you, Mike. Mike gets it.
Right.
Gin is gross.
Terrible.
All right.
Yeah, the flavors do sound good. I will say that I like the flavors. So, but
I can't pronounce this.
Recocore?
Stephen Recocore.
Recocore.
Okay, a mobile home for pets. A bed that converts to a backpack.
Uh-huh.
I don't actually think this is a terrible idea.
It's not a terrible idea. It's also outrageously expensive.
Oh, I didn't look how much it was.
300 and some odd bucks.
What? Just buy a dog bed and buy
yes.
a backpack.
Right. This is the thing I thought.
Oh wait, there's $197 one here.
Oh, okay. Wow.
That's
Okay.
still
That's
too much
yeah, the
by
retail,
about
but the retail is
$190.
320 bucks. So on all the videos of this,
Look at that cute
they
pupper.
show dogs. They do one attempt of having a cat in one of these.
And it claws its
The
way
cat
out
looks-
through a lady's chest like an alien.
I'm not going to say the word. The cat does not look happy to be in this thing. Let me put so this is really for dogs.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's a
We'll get to cats in a moment.
we will. Look,
You'll see.
if you traveled with your pet a lot, right? If you have a dog that likes to drive, this is actually really cool for that. It could
No,
be
I don't think it's a bad idea at all.
It could be a car seat. You can on planes. It
Also,
fits
find a
under a
sitter.
plane. Right, there is that too.
Find a
but-
sitter for your dog. Come on.
I also do like this, where it says, when you convert it to a backpack, you can put the animal inside, and it's going to be in a place that smells familiar to it. This is saying you're strapping something that reeks of dog to your back. Let's just be clear,
Can I
right?
fit my dog in this backpack?
No, your dog is a big dog.
It depends.
I have a black German Shepherd.
What's wrong with you?
Can you imagine? She'd be poking her head out.
yeah.
Half the body's out of there. This is cute. I get it.
yeah.
If you have a little dog and you like to take it with, sure, that's nice.
Correct.
You also have to. I mean, you have to be an outdoorsy person who is also taking the dog.
Now, what's not cute?
Next week, I want to see Mark Street carrying one of these. Is what I'm saying.
Pets Eternity. Handcrafted felting simulate pets. So here's what this is.
This is
Your cat or your dog, mostly cats, died. I want to remember my
passed
cat.
away. Be nice to
Yes.
the pets.
Sorry. Kick the bucket. Croak the big one.
This
my
parrot
God.
is dead. It has ceased to be. It's a dead parrot.
Anyhow,
It's not okay.
someone says, why don't you specify black? Because a black German Shepherd is so much cooler than a normal German Shepherd.
They're not the standard German Shepherd.
Oh, yeah.
German Shepherds
it's all
are
black.
yeah.
It's an amazing dog.
Right.
Anyway,
Stealth shepherd, they call it.
so if your animal dies, you can get these people who make fairly realistic looking
Like
dogs.
really realistic. Okay.
Realistic enough to firmly cross over into creepy territory.
Like, I
I'm
mean,
sorry. This is creepy.
Does
At
the
first I thought they
uncanny
were actually
valley
stuffing
apply
their-
to animals? Because if it does not, it does now.
This is deep fake felt. So, I don't know. This is really
like
freaking
she's
me out.
working on one at the beginning
Right.
of the video, okay?
Right.
And I wasn't sure where this was going at first. I watched the video. I'm like, I'm not sure what they're offering here. They'll
Yeah.
paint your cat for
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, they won't. Paint your cat.
No, this is...
She'll make a 3D representation of your cat or dog.
You can either have it in a frame or under glass.
And it looks terrifyingly realistic.
Which
is quite the skill.
Okay. She's very talented.
Incredibly so.
Would this help at all? I mean, I don't mean to be crass here. So pets pass away. They do, and that's how it is. And it's you're sad.
Yes.
And you have pictures.
Yes.
Would you want that on your wall?
No. I will tell you, I'm sure my wife would not mind me sharing this, and if she does...
Did you show her this?
No, I did not. I don't think she'd be interested in this at all. No. She had a beloved cat that passed away, and what she did was she was able to get the ashes for that cat incorporated into a little, like, almost looked like a mini tombstone with the picture of the cat that she put in her garden. That I thought was neat.
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah, that's very different than this. I don't necessarily want to, like, wake up in the morning, I'm stumbling to go get a drink of water, and I see this cat that's been dead for 2 years. And, I think it's come back. Pet Cemetery or something.
It just looks really realistic.
It's frightening.
Like way too.
Go
to the video.
I'd rather
go to the video, Tom. You got to show them combing out fur.
The thing is, this is incredible craftsmanship.
I was not sure where this was going, but I already right there was like, wait, you can keep the fur from a deceased pet?
No, it's not. But
then there's this, right? Okay, and then
yarn.
They start, so they paint the eyes.
I mean, this is creepy, man. This is really freaky.
That's real, okay? That's a real cat.
That is a cat right there.
Wait a minute, but see, again, I would rather just have a picture of a cat.
Right. Don't cut the cat.
This is too realistic.
Look at this. I don't care if the scale is off either. I mean, that's ridiculous.
That looks really real, and
which is very impressive.
Definitely gives you the heebie-jeebies.
Very impressive skills.
Super impressive.
I applaud your skills.
Now look at this. Here, inserting the whiskers. Oh my goodness.
That's amazingly real.
How much does this cost?
I don't remember. I looked at it.
One soul.
$78.
The early bird.
Early bird. So you do this before your cat actually passes away.
And then you bring in the cat.
It's like my cat is 11 years old. Let's get this on. Let's get the show on the road here.
All right. This is amazing. Sweet Scale Snake Cafe. Cafe. So have you ever thought, let's go out for coffee, and I would like to have snakes?
Right, you know what this little meeting. Let's meet at the Snake Cafe, right?
This is horrifying. I'm sure there's some people out there who like this, right?
Yeah.
Some people like snakes.
Sure.
This sounds like something that's on one of those. What's the show that makes you face your fears? Fear Factor.
Fear Factor. Yeah,
it's like a Fear Factor thing. You're gonna drink tea, and the guy's like, "Well, that's not so bad."
I'm gonna tell you
with
what.
Snakes.
If I'm coming to this place, if the snake is not the one serving me my beverages and danishes, then I'm out.
Snake baristas.
I want the snake baristas, right?
Okay, so
it's like, can I get a double cavity?
Would you like
He's hissing at you?
a ball python membership? That's $199, and you get to an hour of sit time with a snake free of charge.
I'm sorry, I asked for soy. The king cobra puts out his hood. It's good. I'm happy.
Fine,
this is perfect.
It's great.
This is better than
Thank
what I
you.
ordered, actually.
All right, I guess it's not. The price is not.
Like your orders of the rattlesnake.
All right,
Thanks.
You guys are off on your thing here, but I don't know that the price is terrible because like this. I mean, forgetting the snake part, $100 you get a monthly dessert for a year. 12 for $100. If the dessert's decent and it was a non-snake cafe.
Are you still trying to justify this thing? There's no
There's
reason.
a lot of
for
things
this.
out there that should not be brought together.
Right.
Near the top of the list is cafes and
serpents.
snakes. Yeah, I'm sorry. No. I'd rather get a fridge with a built-in TV.
Would you go?
Which is dumb.
Would you go to one of those cafes where they let the goldfish nibble on your feet?
No, what?
Oh yeah, they take off the dead skin cells.
No, I'm good. I'll do that myself when I shower. What?
Do you nibble your own feet to get this?
Let's not get caught up in the details, Mike. Okay?
Let's move on to my
You
favorite
clean your
project.
feet your way?
Look
I'll
at
clean
this.
my feet my
Hassle-free,
way.
close-up reading, anytime, anywhere. So, folks, many people have noticed I'm wearing glasses. My nearsightedness is getting, or my farsightedness is getting worse.
I've got mine right here.
So I have to have glasses now so I can see this screen better. I mean, I can see it without it, but
Right.
This is what I did this morning. I was like, I want to see this. So I took my glasses and I put them on. But that's garbage.
Right. No.
That's the old school way of doing this.
Look at these people trying to do this.
This product is made to avoid the hassle of glasses. So instead, you wear it around your rig.
It helps you avoid friends.
So you walk into your local cafe. You can't see.
That's a snake. You know what else that is? You know what else that is? That's a wig.
That's very much a wig. You don't need one of these things.
That's a fake cat.
I'm super confused by this. And in the video, they show you. I show you this video because more people are involved in the video than were involved in the that have backed it. So, in the time it takes you to raise your fist, you can have this, but you have to carry it around. Like, look at this guy.
There's one part where they're like, you can turn it inside out and then put on a glove.
Yeah.
And she's like, look, I have gloves on. I'm like, yeah, there's also a piece of glass sticking out from the bottom of your finger.
All right. But listen, the part that really bugs me here is this one here, this image, because the guy is doing something that you should clearly be using two hands for.
I know. Yeah, you can buy this on a vice grip and you're taken care of.
Except having to do this the whole time.
I'm sorry.
You can't see.
This is great.
I'm glad that I will say this. I'm glad that he got the patent pending for it because this was going to be snatched up if he didn't get in there first.
I'm really. This isn't. Did we talk about something earlier? Oh, it was a screwdriver.
Yeah.
Pretty soon you got one for every finger. We got a screwdriver.
That's right. That's right. Yes.
And it does the same thing. They're like, flip it around to the inside.
Over here.
That would bother me so much.
Yes, that's really. Yes, there's nothing okay about that.
Ow. My head hurts from
Also, they said that
laughing.
if you wanted more magnifying, just take two of them and put them together. They did say that.
They did say that?
Oh, it's in here.
So I can have three of these and spin up.
Right.
It's like a telescope on my finger, basically.
You can have all three fingers and just do one of these.
You know what,
There you
though?
go.
This seems like something that a villain in a movie would have as a weird quirk. The guy would be like,
Yes.
let me look.
I know.
All righty. That is amazing. All
That's
right.
fantastic.
Mike,
Okay.
I know what your pick of the week is, but tell us anyway.
My pick of the week is Earthborne Rangers. I think that looks amazing. I really, really hope it's as good as it looks. I'm very, very excited about this. I think it looks terrific. I really do. This one's not even close for me this week. This was going to be my pick.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. I just think this looks so good.
Alrighty, my pick of the week is this one actually, because I think it just looks so cool. The How to Build Tabletops Right. Now, part of this is because none of the games like really grab me. There's some interesting ones, and the one Mike said I was very close on. I mean, when I played it, could blow my mind.
Sure.
I keep thinking about this one. Like, hey, I would like to look at this book, and I don't know that I want to paint miniatures. But building terrain feels like it's a slightly different hobby.
It does, for sure. I think there's a little more foam,
it's
foam
its own
crafting.
thing.
It feels a little more forgiving, for one.
Yeah, because you're doing like more texture, right? You're
Yeah.
not doing detail work a lot. Well, maybe you are, but
Yeah, right.
All right, Z, what do you got?
Well, the selfish part of me wants to say that Tracks magazine, because Amanda happens to know the person whose magazine that is.
Is that right?
Yeah, so
Oh, wow. Okay.
you know, that's like obviously tongue-in-cheek of me to do that. So
Did you back it?
She did back it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I wonder if Ambi backed it.
I'm sure.
Abby's writing it. I don't know.
She's got articles in there. I
She
bet,
should, yeah.
So check out that magazine. No, but for me, the Japanese themed one with the cards going up
okay.
against each other. What was it called?
Crossing Fates, this
Crossing
one.
Fates. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if we
a cool
do
looking
get a
game.
copy of this through here, I would love to play it for sure.
I like the vibe. I like what's this video was cool. I like what's going on in it. Yeah. This seems to be my kind of thing. So
Yeah.
I hope it's good.
All right, pull me off for a second, Roy. Or pull the screen off. That's a very different
that's
thing.
great. No, you're fine.
What do you think the people said?
Masters of the Universe.
I'm gonna go with the one you picked.
Yeah, that could be up there too.
Let's look here. Pull up, Roy. We got it. Which of these?
Yeah.
Earthborne Rangers. Oh, Brothers
wow.
Murph.
Brothers Murph, yeah.
We didn't pick that.
Well, that makes sense. I mean, they've got a dice tower
that was
connection.
unspoken. You know,
Yeah,
we didn't
yeah.
have to say Brothers Murph.
That's
Yeah.
great to see him get that much love.
Oh, the dragon dice was up pretty high.
Wow.
I like those dice, I'm telling you. I do like them.
Let's go back to Earthborne Rangers real quick. Let's get their logo.
Some people are asking about Flamecraft, which Mark talked about in his spotlight. That's going to be coming up in a future episode.
Yeah, it's not ending in the
not
next
ending soon,
several
so,
days. That's why
yeah.
we didn't mention Flamecraft.
I've seen a few people talk about it, so.
Don't worry, we'll talk about it. Yeah, that road tripping, Mike, you got 9 people to vote for
That's
it.
right. I would like to play that game. I legitimately would like to play that game.
Alrighty. Well, folks, that's it for another Crowdsurfing. We'll be back in a week, of course, keep doing this, but tomorrow morning, board game breakfast at 10 a.m. So we'll see you there. And then we're doing a live play on Friday at 10 a.m. So lots of good stuff coming your way, and of course, lots of other videos. So Astro Miners, by the way, is the game on Friday. Until next time, I'm Tom Vassell.
I'm Z Garcia.
I'm Mike DeLisio.
Have fun keeping your eyes.
Watch out for snakes.